Hello, my name is Gill Manly and I'm a jazz singer, a musician, actor, author and sometime radio broadcaster. And I suffer from mental health difficulties, and I have done for 35 years. It began with a nervous breakdown with terrible clinical depression, which then developed further with social anxiety, horrendous panic attacks, and finally, after many years, a final diagnosis of cyclothymic personality disorder. Over the years, it's been a blessing and a curse, I have to say. But through words, and particularly through lyrics of songs, I have found that I've been able to express myself in times when maybe I've thought there was no other way. Lyrics of songs in particular have allowed me to do this. It then motivated me into starting to write my own thoughts down. I found over the years that mental health problems have been difficult to voice. People are afraid of people who have mental health problems, or we feel shame. And because you can't see a mental health problem necessarily, it's hard to get people to understand. It's not like having a broken leg or a cut above your eye. You can't see the plaster, you can't see the plaster cast even, but ultimately there is something that's going on. Writing words down gives you a sense of liberation. It could be something very small, an achievement in your day, just getting up. There may have been weeks when you just couldn't even do that. I know I've been through that. Months even. Just coming down those stairs and putting the kettle on and thinking to myself, today I can make a cup of tea, is an achievement. And those achievements, however small in the eyes of the world, to you mean the world. So the Advocacy Project, who works on behalf of people with mental health difficulties, has invited you to write your words down in no more than 25 lines, which actually is quite a lot, but it could be less if you want it to be, and to say to the world, this is how my day is, this is how my life is, this is how mental health has affected me. Or maybe you've come to the end of that journey and you are in a place where you feel you no longer have to say to the world, I am suffering, I've come out the other end. Well, let's hear how that happened. You may have people around you, people that care for you, friends or family or otherwise. They may have something to say too. They may like to write something down. Encourage them. Now, how do you do that? Well, there are so many ways. You can have the back of an envelope and a pen. You could be sitting in a cafe. You could be in bed with your phone or your tablet, and you can dictate those lines. Either way, get them down, because there are no rules. And that's the beauty of poetry, and that's what I love. At the end of it, you can say, that's great. You could throw it away. You can start again. It may take 5 minutes. It could be triggered by something you hear, something you see, or literally just that moment of switching on the kettle to make that cup of tea. It's as simple as that. Or it's as complex as you want it to be. Either way, it is your form of self-expression. And at the end of it, there will be a pearl in that oyster. So please, I invite you, join us in this wonderful poetry project. It's called Healing Words, because words will not just heal the writer, but the listener and the reader. Thank you, Advocacy Project, for starting this fantastic competition.